Oh, I thought it was 700 views. No, never mind. It's 300 views. Okay, so why did I think it was 700 views? It's very, very strange. But let's see. Up to 720p. That's a little bit unfortunate, but all right. Let's see. Not gonna be playing GTA for a while, mate. Okay, let's see. So, this is video right here. Warframe PS4, very best solo Railjack build. So let's have a look at it on stream. Let's just see what this guy has to say. I'm curious what he has to say about what the very best solo Railjack build is. So, let's find out. This guy's on PS4, so for those of you on PS4, this is going to be pretty interesting. This was made 6 days ago.
Operator, did you hear that?
Is he going to say anything? Bloody hell.
Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
Quiet, Orders. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like he's saying anything. Okay. Okay, he's not saying anything, so I guess we'll just have to have a look at his build. We'll just look at his build and we'll just comment on his build and move on from there. Alright, so what he's got is he's got himself a Z-Key Shield Array Mark III. That's, yeah, I do agree that's actually probably the best kind of shield. Reason why this particular shield is really, really good is because it actually has ironically enough, because it has a low shield count. This is the reason why I love to use the Z-Key Shield Array a lot. Low shield count, high shield recharge rate, and typically low shield recharge delay. He's actually got his to 1 second, which, I don't know, is that actually better than mine? Let's find out. So, let me just board my Railjack, and let's see what he's got. So, I forgot I turned off the audio. RIP. Anyway, let's have a look at what else he's got. So, he's, oh, wow. I think he's, oh, so he's, wait, do you guys have Valence Transfer on PS4 yet? Is that available on console yet? I'm not 100% sure. Options, audio, I'll turn this back up. Transmission, sound effects, shut up, Orders. Shut up, everyone. Okay, here we are at the dry dock. Okay. Let's have a look. Ooh, I actually haven't rolled mine completely yet, so let's compare his to ours. So he has plus 500, minus 4, plus 6. Mine is just minus 3.95. So mine is almost the same as his. And he's going for the Railjack damage increase by 25%. Mine is 10 on board gain boost to shields. Okay, yeah, sure, no, fair enough. Actually, I could actually just do the same thing and Valence Transfer. That's not a bad idea. Wait, hold on, what the hell? If I do this... No, I don't want to do that. I could effectively get the same one. This is an interesting choice. 10 on board Railjack get 10% boost to shields versus Railjack damage increased by 25. Actually, no, I think he's actually got the right idea. Going for this particular option might actually be the better choice. So let's do that instead. But yeah, no, that's a good point. Okay, so he's got himself a maxed out thingo. He's got himself that's a maxed out Vidar Engines Mark III, I believe. Mine is not as maxed out, and I'm not even gonna bother maxing it out completely because I don't think it's all that necessary. But he's going for that, so that's actually a good choice too. I think I did a video a while ago. Wow, he's got 663,000. That's actually more. He's actually got more spare Dirac than I do. That's pretty impressive. More importantly, he has 640 million bloody credits. So clearly he's going to be buying himself 635 prime pedestals at some point. Yeah, this guy's stockpiled a lot of stuff, and of course he's got himself his Vidar reactor Mark III. I don't think you guys have. Do you guys have valence transfer? That's the big question. All right, here we go. This is the big one. He's gone for a Zetki APOC Mark III. I predict, I haven't seen this video yet, so I predict that when he has the Zetki APOC Mark III, what he's going to do is he's going to actually build similarly to how I built for Railjack, what you really love, things like turrets. Railjack is what you have the turret, except you have a turret fetish. So what we're talking about? We're talking about the critical mods, the critical damage avionics. We're talking about the turret velocity. Oh, I don't think he has turret velocity, so maybe not turret velocity. We're talking critical damage avionics. We're talking about hyperstrike, obviously. We're probably talking about polar coil as well, and that's probably about it. Then he'll probably want to put in. I don't know what else he's going to do, because I didn't actually look at the stats just then, so we'll have to see. Anyway, let's find out what else he's got. Zetki Cassinox Mark III, that's an interesting choice. I don't think the Zetki Cassinox Mark III is all that good, TBH. I still prefer the Levan Cassinox, but because he's not talking, it's hard to say what his reasoning is. He's just showing it just cuz. So, let's have a look here. I mean, yeah, I guess it's fine. I mean, does he go for gameplay? He does do gameplay, so we'll have a look at what he does later on. Okay. And Tiger Seeker Mark III, that is a good choice. Alright, here we go. He's gonna go for his Avionics grid. Alright, here we go. Oh! Okay, yeah, cruising speed. Okay, he's got cruising speed, which means he's got valence transfer. Okay, here we go. He's gone for munitions, vortex, and tether. I feel like if you're going to go for tether, you don't need munitions vortex. I feel like you're better off. Just using tether at this point. Especially since Railjack is just super duper stupid easy. I feel like going for just tether might be a better choice. And then maybe... but it's 6 drain. If you ask me, I think countermeasures would be a better choice instead of munitions vortex. That's my opinion. Let's move. Let's have a look at the rest of his avionics grid. So I'm just going to turn off my webcam. Bulkhead, hull weave. Typical. Typical tanky trash. But yeah, he's going for that. That's fair enough. He's got only conic nozzle. He's going for conic nozzle and cruising speed. Interesting. I feel like that's doubling up too much. What do you guys reckon? I feel like conic nozzle cruising speed. I gotta stop talking so quickly because we are streaming. Conic nozzle cruising speed is a bit of a weird one, I think, because I think he'll end up with more value from this slot right here if he replaces it with ion burn. Because let's have a look here. If he goes for conic nozzle cruising speed, we can actually emulate that on our avionics grid. So right now I have all 3 of them. So if we do that, let's do the math. Let's see. Where's my calculator? Alright, here's my calculator. Whoops. Okay. So as you can see here, conic nozzle cruising speed. Just by themselves. That's 368. And then when he's boosting, if he's boosting, I think I may have been doing the engine boost math all wrong. I think it's actually just times 1.4. It's actually not times 2.4, as in plus 100%. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's a plus 140% boost when you're boosting, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't think it's that. So engine boosts, I'm guessing, only boosts by 40%. If that's even correct. So that's 515.2. Whereas if you go for ion burn, instead of just conic nozzle cruising speed, it's 330 times 1.9. That is better. Yes? So what that says to me is that this guy, doesn't care about boosting at all. But if he's boosting, he's losing value. At the same time, though, boost did get completely wasted because someone thought that there should be less boost available for some unknown reason, so that's a terrible idea. I I don't know. I don't particularly agree with the idea of just using conic nozzle cruising speed. Otherwise, like I said, hyperstrike section density predator. He doesn't have turret velocity, but that's fine because turret velocity is needlessly rare, so that's okay. He's going for hyperflux. Oh crap. I don't think he needs hyperflux because he's only using 2 battle avionics, and specifically he's using the 2. He's not using a super battle avionic. So I don't think he needs hyperflux. I think a better choice for him would actually be going for polar coil instead of hyperflux. And the reason why is because he's using 2 Z-key weapons. Z-key weapons, like everyone knows, they heat up really, really quickly. They don't heat up as quickly as Levan and Vidas. These days, even though Z-key APOC doesn't actually heat up too badly, it still heats up faster. I think going for a polar coil would be a better idea. My Railjack shield has 50% recharge by the speed bar recharge again. Yeah. There is the other one. Are you talking about a Z-key shield or are you talking about some other shield? Artillery cheap shot. That is a good choice. Good choice. I'm glad he made it. I guess he's not going for forward artillery because he is always confident he can aim at the engines. That's good. I'm glad that he has, I guess, the what's the word? I'm glad he has the confidence in being able to aim at the engine. So we'll have to see how his gameplay is. Now, in terms of his tactical avionics, he's gone for Void Cloak, Battle Forge, and then Battle Stations. I never used Battle Stations, so that's me. I feel like it'd be better off if you use Battle Stations and Death Blossom together. I mean, that's how I use them. I don't really like to use both of them at the same time. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, anyway, I guess the main points of disagreement is the hyperflux should probably be turned to polar coil because he's only using 2 battle avionics, and if it were me, I would never use 2 battle avionics. I would always use 3. Even though tether can basically destroy everything in one foul swoop, I'd still use 3 battle avionics. That's just how I roll. I like to use 3. Even if it means Fiery Phoenix, I'd rather use Fiery Phoenix than not have something there at all. So, yeah, okay, he's just basically going through all of those avionics. Cool, awesome. Fantastic. He has 10, 10, 10, 10 intrinsics. Good for him. I hope he didn't Nivara farm. But, I mean, we'll see how his gameplay is. We'll see how his gameplay is then. So we're gonna skip through all of that because he didn't edit his video. We're gonna start right here. So he's okay. He shot at the tether, so he blew it up. Awesome. So yeah, okay. So you know how to use tether. That's good. Oh, it looks like that particular tether missed. Or well, no, it didn't miss. It actually hit. So basically, he's just shooting with tether. So notice how his energy bar is like. He's killed a quarter of the enemies, more than a quarter of the enemies that he needs to destroy. And his energy bar hasn't really moved a whole lot. This is kind of why I think he would do a lot better with polar coil, despite the fact that he's actually not using his weapons at all. Okay, here we go. Let's see how he does against that cruise ship. What the hell? Why did his UI just change? Oh, this must have been this must have been like some random early shenanigans. He's going for pilot-centric, he's going for friggin', oh, see, look, his weapon actually overheated. So, this again just moves more to my point that he should use polar coil. This is clearly Guy on point, by the way, for anyone interested. Okay, so notice how he has a bunch of enemies on the screen. He's got some here and some here. This is kind of why I like to use something like Seeker Volley on top of tether. Seeker Volley being able to just cover a large range of enemies. That's just how I like to roll. But if he's just gonna revolve around using tether, has he used munitions vortex yet? No, he hasn't actually used his munitions vortex yet. So that's something that is interesting. He hasn't actually used it. Which means, at the moment, based on just this amount of gameplay, Munitions Vortex appears to be pointless. And in that case, I would recommend actually swapping it out with something like countermeasures. Because typically when you're using something like countermeasures, you actually don't need something like tether. Because when you're using something like tether, you actually don't really need something like Munitions Vortex. That's my point. Okay, he's also getting hit by cruise ships. If you had Munitions Vortex, if you had tether, wow, I'm screwing up all of my words. He's getting hit by cruise ships. If you had countermeasures, that wouldn't matter. Alright, let's see if he can aim at a cruise ship. I have come across a ton of allies who can't aim at a cruise ship's engines for some reason. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it, boys? He got it. Nice. 200 something thousand damage. Normally I do 340,000 damage because I use forward artillery, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I just wish his video wasn't 720p because YouTube has a piece of crap thing. Alright, let's see if he knows how to deal with the shields. I'm sure he does. Because he doesn't seem like an idiot. Like some people. So, you know, that's good. Oh! He actually used the Seeker Volley. He actually used the missile. Good. Nice. Now, see how he's up against 3 cruise ships at once? Oh. Here's an interesting thought. So, you notice how his energy bar is currently... his flux energy bar is currently sitting at 270. Yeah? His flux bar is currently sitting at 270. So let's have a look at our ship right here. Let me just put this back on. Ion burn. Where are you? Oh, crap. No. Sorry, my bad. Speed. Okay. So once again, the reason why I think he doesn't need hyperflux. Right now, he has... I think he had a maxed hyperflux, correct? Let's just go back to his build and have a quick look. He's got a maxed he's got a maxed hyperflux. Oh, crap. He's got a maxed hyperflux. So, where were we up to? I think we were up to about here. No, we're further back. I think we're up to about here. A little bit further back. Okay, let's just stay here. He's got 270 energy left, okay? Which means that from his 720 energy pool... What is that? So, 720 minus... He's got 270 left, so he's used 450 energy. If he took off Hyperflux... That is exactly 450 energy! Which means... him using Hyperflux in this particular demonstration, it was completely pointless. Completely unnecessary. So again, if he had Polar Coil, I think that might have been a better option. Plus, if he actually goes to his forge and has a look at how many resources he actually picked up because of the increased vacuum range from Railjack Revisited, which is a good thing, one of the few good things that came out of Railjack Revisited, by the way. Because of that, he should find that his forge is just chock-a-block full of resources, and therefore he can actually build a whole lot. The reason why I use Hyperflux all the damn time is because I am not just using Tether, I'm also using Seeker Volley or Fiery Phoenix or Void Hole. I always have something in my third slot, so, you know, it really just depends. What do you want to do? If you're just using something like, let's say you're just running around with Particle Ram, you don't need Hyperflux at all. I would highly recommend not using Hyperflux at all, because you don't actually need to use a whole lot of energy when using Hyperflux. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on. So yeah, the very best Railjack build, I would say, is still pretty good, but there are things that I would question. So yeah, he's using his Tycho Seeker. At this point, I'd probably recommend swapping out to Quick Lock, swapping one of the things to Quick Lock, but just looking at his build, I don't think he needs to swap anything out to Quick Lock. Actually, no, you know what? Ignore Quick Lock. For a build like his, that's actually pretty good at, it's actually already heavy enough as is, and everything more or less serves a purpose except for Hyperflux. Probably don't need to swap anything out to Quick Lock. Okay, he's aiming at the engines. Okay, good. This is actually pretty good. This is actually really good. I'm actually gonna give it a thumbs up right there. Boom, just like that. And if you want to give this video a thumbs up, I will actually drop a link in the chat. Should have done that earlier. There's your... Wait, is that the list video? Is that the list? I don't know. Does that actually... Let me just check that actually goes there. Oops, something went wrong. Oh dear. Well, the link appears to be broken on my end. Can y'all just check that that link works? Because I'm pretty sure it works. Point is, that's pretty good. Now he's just picking up stuff. Okay, awesome. And that's basically it. Alright, awesome. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. So I'll just probably write down a few notes. A couple of things that may be worth clarifying. Do you really need to use, what was that, hyperflux if you're only using tether? I think it would be a far better idea to replace hyperflux with polar coil. Same drain, am I correct? Hyperflux, polar coil have the same drain. Oh, actually, polar coil has even less drain. Polar coil has a less drain. LOL! Sorry, I was about to say same drain. No, sorry, less drain. My bad. Less drain. You could actually use it for something a bit better. Although, I guess you could use that for. Wait, did he have any spare drain left? I can't remember. Let's have a look. He has 1 spare drain left, which means he'll have 5 remaining, which means he could actually turn artillery cheap shot. Not that he should. He could actually turn artillery cheap shot into something like, Nah. There's nothing he would need to really improve on that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. And I don't think you used munitions vortex at all. I feel like it's made redundant because you're using tether, which is currently the speed run meta apparently. I probably would recommend countermeasures instead. Good versus good at defending against cruise ships. Although with your tankier Railjack, that probs doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Oh, I should probably add on top of that. You finished your mission with 270 flux energy left. That actually means you only used 450 flux energy, which turns out to be the amount of flux energy that you'd have at the start without polar coil. Probs wanna look at using something else. Overall, good stuff. You seem to be far more intelligent on Railjack than some YouTubers. Cool. There we go. Yeah, he had 84. How many enemies did he have? Yeah, he had 84 enemies. I play on PC, so as you can see, this is a PC. You know, this is Chrome, and then I'm jump onto Warframe. You know, without swapping and turning and swapping and turning. So, yeah. Alrighty, let's have a look. Where are we? Yeah, so that's basically it. Does anyone else want to watch anything else? Because this was actually pretty interesting to see how other people build their Railjack. This kind of hybrid build is actually... This kind of hybrid build is not a bad idea, actually. Even though I always say build for speed, build for speed, build for speed, you know, because that's how I do it. Going for a kind of hybridized build like this is actually not a bad idea at all. So there's a guy called Alan Gideon. There's a guy called Alan Gideon in chat. That's who he's. That's who he and Natalie are talking to. Well, damn it. Sorry, I'm screwing around. And like I predicted, he's gone for a Zetki APOC Mark III, so of course he's going to go for Section Density Predator. If he used literally any other weapon, probably would not recommend Section Density and Predator. Unless it's a Cryofin, but even then I think Cryofin's a shit. So it's a good thing he didn't go for a Cryofin, because there are reasons why you don't really want to go for a Cryofin. Okay, let's move on.